Hey, kinfolk! Welcome back to Keeping It Neat with Derek and Nick. I am Derek, Executive Bourbon Steward.
I'm Nick, certified bartender.
And what do you ask? Is this a PSA? That's right, it's a public service announcement about your prostate specific antigen test. Why are we talking about this? Why do you think, Nick?
Well, I have a feeling that we might have a little bit of bad news, but also to inform other people about what's happening.
That is exactly what we're doing. Unfortunately, about a year ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. It is a non-aggressive form at the time when I was diagnosed, so that's why you're going, what the heck are you waiting a year for? Well, it's just one of the things, it's one of the options that I had to do, but I am going to be doing the second option I had, which is going to be surgery. So I'm going to be having a prostatectomy. That's the big word. Whew, I got it out. Yes.
You
So I'm
did
going to be
it.
having a prostatectomy. So I'm going to be having my prostate removed. So unfortunately, I am not going to be able to continue with the show for a little while. But fortunately, I have an amazing co-host who will be carrying on the torch. So Mr. Nick will be carrying on the torch. So, like I said, it was a year ago that I was diagnosed with it. And we just kind of, it was one of those things. The reasons why was because of Bourbon Babe Becca's work schedule. We wanted it all to coincide when she was off, so that when I was home, if I needed help with anything, she would be around. Because for the first 2 weeks, I'm going to be kind of laid up a little bit with everything that's going on with it. And on top of that, I have to stop drinking, folks. I can't drink anymore when I'm going to be on this. Once I have the surgery, and I'm actually stopping about a week or two before I begin my surgery. So, Nick, do you have any questions, my friend?
Well, yes, I have many.
Ooh, okay.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about prostate cancer?
I will tell you about it, sir. And I even did some slides. So,
Wow.
the PSA,
All
about
right.
your PSA, a little test. Prostate cancer is very common. It's about 3 million plus people, U.S. cases per year. One out of every 9 men is diagnosed with prostate cancer. The average age of diagnosis is 66. I am not 66. It is the second leading cause of death in American men. So that's that part of it. Now, what should everybody else do? And the reason
Yeah.
why is because this test doesn't really happen till you're 50 years old. And I was 48 when I was tested. For whatever reason, my doctor said, you know what, we're going to do it. And I am actually glad he did. So, what should you do about your PSA? Number one, you should request a PSA prostate specific antigen test. Number two, you should know your family history. If there's any cancer that runs in your family, stuff like that. And unfortunately, cancer did run in my family. And we didn't know, but my grandfather actually had prostate cancer also. But it was like one of those little dark things that nobody talked about. You never talked about this stuff. So you have to ask some hard questions sometimes. You can get some answers. Number three, you usually have no symptoms in the early stages. I don't have any. It was just the only reason why it was picked up was because of the actual test. Number four, advanced cancer can have symptoms: weak urine stream, more frequent urination trips, blood in the urine or semen. And most of this info came from the American Cancer Society that I did get. So that's some of those things. Now, you're going to ask, why did I choose the surgery option? There are quite a few of different options. You can do surgery, radiation treatments, radiation seeding, which is basically it's another form of radiation treatment. I'm going to kick that up, but you have to talk to your doctor about it. I talked to both the radiation specialist, I talked to my surgery specialist about it. I went with the surgery option due to my age and my recovery, that I'd have a good chance of recovery after this. So, treatment options are as follows. The first one is observation. So, basically, what they do is called active surveillance. You'll go back every 4 months for a new PSA test to see if your levels have gone up or down. That will be every 4 months. And then every 2 years, you're going to be required to have a biopsy. I did have a biopsy because my PSA levels were so high, as high as they were, and that was to rule out if I did or did not have any form of prostate cancer. Unfortunately, it came back again. I was tested positive for it. So that's good that I got that early and I did it. But every 2 years, if you do the active surveillance, you'll be required to do that. The second thing is a prostatectomy is the another one of the options. Radiation treatment is another option, which is a directed radiation at the area. They also do So it's the generalized area. They also do a focal area radiation, which you can have for an option. And then they do a radiation pellet seeding, which is they put about 120 pellets into your prostate that are radiated. And those are supposed to work over time to fight the cancer and put it at bay or totally do away with it. I chose the surgery option due to my age. Like I said, it's going to be a robotic surgery, so it's not as, I guess, invasive as the old surgeries used to be. I'll let you guys look that up versus robotic surgery. The age-specific part of it, you know, like who is most affected, affected ages. Age 21 to 39, it's very rare. Age 40 through 60, it's common, so it can happen. Like I said, they don't usually do that PSA test till you're 50. And then age 61 plus, it is very common to be diagnosed with prostate cancer. So that's about it. So anything else, Nick? Do you think did I forget anything? That's the most important part.
No, and I know we wish you the best speedy recovery that you can have, and hope it all works out.
So hoping for the best, and I want to thank everybody for supporting me in my surgery coming up, and thank you very much for continuing to watch us. Don't worry, we'll be still putting out our product. I already have a whiskey here, so what I'm going to say is hoping that everybody finds a little bit of luxury.
In otherwise ordinary life.
Oh, and go get your PSA, people. Get your PSA!
Get it done!